your car, which needs to be done. Oh, that's an awesome one. Edit that out. Well, Kyle, time to wash the car. What are the first things you do when you get ready to wash your car?
Well, you want to get your buckets outside first, get all your materials ready, and get some water in these like we have right here.
Now, once you got clean water in your buckets, what do we got here in the bottom of your bucket?
Well, you have a grit guard in your hand there, and I have one of our new dirt locks in mine.
So I'll tell you what, the grit guard we've been selling for a long time. You know, I'm friends with the family. These guys have been making this product. You wash a car, your wash mitt gets dirty, you dunk it in the bottom of the bucket, you rub it over the grit guard, you flip the mitt, you rub it again. All that dirt goes through this guard. It goes down into the bottom of the bucket. These fins, they keep the water from agitating so that that dirt doesn't continually get put back on your car where it can potentially scratch your car. So we don't want to see that happen. That's why I love the grit guard. Now, what's that?
This here is one of our new dirt locks. So you'll notice that these holes on the front side are a little bit wider and the holes on the back side are a little bit smaller. So it's the same concept. You're safely removing dirt from your wash pad, but as you stick your hand into the bucket, it's basically extracting the dirt to the bottom and keeping it down there with the smaller holes. So it's the same concept, safe washing, and it's got these little rubber stops on the bottom, so that way it doesn't rotate, keeps it nice and stable.
Either way, it's incredibly important to keep some sort of guard in the bottom of your bucket because you want to make sure that you don't introduce dirt from your car back onto your car, potentially scratch the car. Now, let's talk about the wash pads and the wash mitts. What do you got there?
I have in my hand here one of our premium microfiber sponges. It's super soft, but my personal favorite is the premium microfiber wash mitt. So you have this cuff here, and I like the fact it's got the cut seam down there to split your fingers. That way it's a little bit more mobile over those corners, and that way you don't take a chance at losing it out of your hand.
Now, how about using this guy on a car that's really dirty?
I personally would not, because these piles of the microfiber, you're just gonna clog it up instantly.
I agree. So when you're doing a car that's really dirty, you don't want to use this. However, one of the neat parts of this premium microfiber sponge is that it holds so much water, you just give it a little bit of a squeeze, and then boom, as you're washing a car, especially on a day like today, a hot day here in Florida, I want to add a little bit more water to the car. That'll go ahead and come right out of this sponge, making it safer to wash and less scratching. Now, my personal favorite still is our standard wash pad. I like how much room there is for dirt to go down inside of it. So if I reach up and I have a mitt, some of that water runs down into my armpit, which is why I love the standard wash pad. Nowhere for the water to come out. This sucker's thick, it's soft. So when this thing's done, it turns into like dreadlocks. You know, each of these little tiny things turn into little, long, strangly looking things. At that point, this can scratch. So at that point, turn it into a, you know, wash your undercarriage with it or whatever else. I like suds. I'm a big fan. And when I'm filling up the foam cannon or the foam gun, I like to go ahead and use the Ultra Foam shampoo. I just love how much lubricity there is on the finish, which to me reduces scratching. I love that. So you always want to put your soap on the wash pad because that's the tool you're touching the car with, right?
I have our classic car shampoo. It's my personal favorite. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in our premium foam gun here with the stainless steel fittings. The water's already inside of it. And that way, once I'm done with that, I can go ahead and throw it on our premium microfiber wash mitt.
If you're using any of our soaps, every single one of them is pH balanced and is in a way that will not allow the minerals in your water to etch or stain your finish. So once the car's foamed, I'm safe from water spotting, which makes my hurry and need to worry about it way less. Now on a car that's this dirty, do we want to go ahead and use the foam gun or foam cannon first, or do we want to rinse the car first?
I would absolutely rinse as much dirt as you can off the vehicle. Do as many steps as possible to make the chance of scratching less. So go ahead and give this thing a good rinse, and then we can go ahead and start foaming the vehicle down and have a nice, clean vehicle afterwards. I personally like a pressure washer over a standard garden hose. If you don't have access to a pressure washer, it doesn't mean that you can't wash your car.
Remember, we have the foam cannon. The foam cannon is what I prefer to use with the pressure washer to flock this car like a Christmas tree, right? That is the major way to foam it down. Now, The standard foam gun, very inexpensive, easy to use, doesn't put the most suds out like that does. However, it's a very good unit. This one, I'm not gonna demonstrate right now, but we will demonstrate that. What do you got over there?
So this here is a premium foam gun. It's the same concept as our standard foam gun, except it has stainless fittings all the way around. It's gonna go ahead and combine the same consistency of your garden hose with just a little bit of soap. So it's gonna add plenty of lubrication onto the paint, but it's not gonna spackle the car with white foam.
And while that one right there is sort of the economical version, why is that one less expensive than our premium foam gun?
Great question. So both of them are gonna have a 32-ounce bottle, but the most specific difference between the two is that this has a plastic connection and all plastic components, and this item down here, our premium option, is going to have all stainless components. One thing that's different about these items compared to the foam cannon is you have the adjustability of changing the amount of soap to water ratio and the adjustable fan blades.
Let's see what your guy does right now on this guy. Go ahead
Absolutely.
and we'll see how that thing performs. And remember, that's the shampoo, not our ultra foam. So
of course, once you put the soap in, give it a good shake beforehand, so that way the soap and water mixture is completely mixed inside, whether you're using a foam cannon or a foam gun.
That's pretty good suds, Kyle.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's the more common dog, not the top dog.
Right. But definitely slippery.
Oh yeah.
Which is what we want to do, right?
Exactly. It's gonna slip and slide while we're
Let's see
walking.
if this thing puts out any suds, all right?
Okay.
Just a little bit, huh?
I think I got it on my face.
Just a little bit. Whether you're using this method or this, you're absolutely going to reduce the potential injury to your car when you're washing. It's a super, super easy way to reduce wash-induced damage. So Kyle, we got it all washed down. Now it's sitting here dripping wet.
Yep.
Now the air cannon is one way to get a lot of the water out of the nooks, the crannies, all the little areas that water pools.
All the crevices.
But before we do that, let's talk about some safe drying options, right?
Of course. You want to make sure you use a premium microfiber towel, like my personal favorite, the Ultra Plush drying towel. Or if you're doing some sort of sealing and drying method, you have the borderless gray towels and H2O garden gloss like Adam has. So as long as you're using some sort of lubrication or a drying aid on the vehicle, the towel is going to have a much easier time gliding over panel to panel and take a less chance at scratching your finish.
So what I like to do on cars that see elements, my personal favorite product pretty much in our entire product line is the H2O garden gloss. I love how easy this stuff is. Basically, if your car is sealed or even ceramic coated, if you want to use something that's going to really bolster the amount of protection on your finish, this is the stuff for me. Let me show you how it works real fast. Sure. On a car that's soaking wet, before you dry it, take your H2O garden gloss, you do a little panel, say this big at a time. You can do the glass, you definitely want to do all the exterior plastic because it makes it look dark like bigger pickup truck. Now, I've got two of our borderless gray towels. This is the perfect towel for using the H2O garden gloss. One of them we got wet and we wrung out, the other one soft, dry. Now, I'll go ahead and rub over the area that I just sprayed with the H2O garden gloss, and then I'll come right back behind it with the dry towel. I'm basically using this single towel as my drying towel to dry the entire vehicle. Well, it's unrealistic that I'm gonna be able to dry a whole car with a tiny towel like this. So throughout the process, I'm gonna continually wring out this towel. Now I'll be able to go ahead and finish this entire car. I can literally do an entire car with just these two towels, as long as I continually wring out the wet towel.
I have our spray wax with carnauba infused into it. It's my favorite drying aid whatsoever. Nice mist on the window, not too much, so that way you're not dealing with streaks. About 2 to 3 sprays per panel. This is a one and done, spray and wipe kind of product.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that our H2O garden gloss is quite a bit more protection than the spray wax. Is that fair?
Absolutely. The one big difference between the two is that our H2O garden gloss has man-made ingredients or synthetic. They're different products for different people. If you have your paint sealed with our paint sealant, That's the perfect product for it, hence the similarities in color. This product, if you love our detail spray, this adds just a little bit more protection when you're doing so and just adds that awesome glow to the paint.
You need to use the H2O Garden Gloss in a situation that's not just blasting sun. On a situation like that, your simple detail spray. I'll go around the whole car while it's still wet, and I'll just go like this. I will literally go and blast the whole car down, and I will go ahead and stop the water spots from happening. So using the detail spray as an agent for drying eliminates the potential for those mineral deposits to stick hard to your car. And it's so fast because you see how I did it. Knock down the whole car and then boom, boom, boom. I'm so quickly gonna be able to get this thing perfect, and I'm not gonna worry about water spotting at all. So one thing we still have, Kyle, in this car, guaranteed, is 10 gallons of water hiding out in every single nook and every single cranny.
We sure do.
Is it about this time that we go ahead and use the air cannon to blast it out?
I would. Now that we've protected the vehicle and made it super slick no matter what panel you touch, the water from the crevices and the nooks and crannies will run right off.
The wheels are absolutely covered in water right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this air cannon process, and I'm gonna start with the wheels.